Hello my crafty peeps. Today I'm going to share with you how I created this background on my images to upload into Cricut Design Space so I can make stickers. First I had to download a program on my computer called Inkscape. It's a free program. When you open Inkscape, this is your canvas here, just like in Cricut Design Space in a way. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go up here and go to Edit, Import, and then you're going to import whatever photo it is that you want to create a background for. Let's do this dabbing dog. I'm going to open him. He's really tiny. I can stretch in any direction to resize him, but I want to keep him proportioned, so I'm going to hit the Control key and then just drag down one of the corners. Okay. Now if you move him around here on the map over here, you will notice that it does not have a background. So the background is already being removed from him. I will show you in this video how you can remove a background within this program. So the next thing that we want to do with our little dabbing dog, we want to create a, I guess it's called shadow background all the way around him. So I'm not sure if there's other ways in this program to do this, but this is what I poked around and figured out how to do on my own. So I'm just going to go up to this path. And I played around with a lot of these different things, and I'm not really sure what they all do. But for this purpose, you want to go to Trace Bitmap. This box is going to come up. Now, I just want to kind of bring it down in the center here. I'm not sure what any of this means, but when I went down here and I hit colors, and I figured, okay, let's just do one color and see what happens. Just bring it down to 1, hit the update, and that don't look too bad. So I think looks like it's got the whole outline. So I think that should be good. This is going to be a good. Oh wait, you know what? Let me go to 3. Let me go one more. Nope, let's go back down to 2. We're just, oops, because it was 2, there wasn't a 1. Okay, so I think they might be considering the white a color, but I'm pretty sure that that's going to be see-through. But let's just try this, because I haven't tried the dog yet. All right, update, and then hit OK. The first when I did this, I had no idea if anything had changed. Moved this over, and I seen that it did. So I just X out there for now. Come over here to my dabbing dog, and I click on it, and then I move it. So now you can see I have the dabbing dog, and then this one we created. Now I noticed that this must be the second color. If you look, you got the dabbing dog in the second color. Let's see if I can remove the background from this one that we just created. So let's go back up to path. We're going to go to Trace Bitmap. We're going to come down here and take off the smooth and click on remove background, hit update. I'm not sure if it did anything, so let's just look at it. Yep, there we go. It removed the background. Okay, so now we're going to click on the background and delete it. Now I'm going to bring this back, and this is going to be what's going to lay behind here to make our shadow. Now, you see all these white spaces. That's okay. We're going to clean that up. It's going to take a little bit of time on this one. This one's a little bit more in detailed, but we can do it, I think. So let's just try. All right, so we're going to go back up the path, and then we're going to go down to the word outset. If you look here, it's got this little arrow, little dots, a little arrow, and then a big line. So that means you're making it an outset on the outside of the image. An inset would be the opposite way, but we want the outset. So we're going to hit outset. See how it made it bigger? Go back up, come back down to outset and click it again, and it made it bigger. I like to do this 3 times. I think that gives a nice border around your image. Go back down again one more time and hit outset. Now there we go. Now we still have some open spaces. That's okay. Just want to move this behind, or click on the dog and bring the dog in front. Here's where you would move all of your, whether you bring it to the front, to the middle, to the back, or we want to bring him to the front. We're going to bring him back over, and you see how it gives it a nice outline. Now I could leave it just like that and save the image just like this, but if you want to keep these separate, this is how you would want to do it, by filling in these blanks. So there's nodes that go all the way around this whole image that connect one place to another. So it's like taking dots and going dot, 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 and then they're nodes, and they're all connected together, and that is what makes the outline of the image. So inside here are separate nodes that are making these holes. We want to close them. So up here under your select tool is this other little tool, and you can see the little dots. See? You want to click that. You want to click on the image and then make sure you're on the nodes. Now you see, if you come over on our image, you'll see all these squares, which is what connects each line to each other. We don't want to touch any of the outer squares or dots. You want to do the center ones. So let's start up here, and you click on it and then delete. Click on the next and delete. And you just go through each and every one of them, and it will get rid of the lines that are created in there, or nodes. I don't even really know what all that means. Okay, this one's stubborn. Let's see if I can. On a normal basis, to have your outline, people like to change this to white. I change it to white on here, you're not really going to see it, but let's go back to our select tool. Let's change it to black. We're going to bring our dab and dog in front. Oh, I actually like it in black. So you could do 2 things. You can keep them together just like this and select them both and then save it, and it's going to save it as a flat image connected together. So your background will stay black. You can't change the color, nothing like that. I prefer, when I started to play around with this program, to keep them separated. Then it gives me the option to change this color to whatever, my background to whatever color I want. So I'm going to leave them separated here, and I'm going to come up to File. I'm going to go down to Import. No, I'm going to go down to, Export. On the right-hand side column, this gives our box that lets you choose all these different options to export this PNG image. And I'm not really sure what any of it means. I leave it just the way it is. And I go down to here and I hit the export as, and it's going to say give it a name, and I'm going to give it a name, dabbing dog background. Okay. And I'm going to put it on my desktop. Okay, and then I'm going to hit save. Then I have to come up here, because hitting save doesn't mean it saved it on the desktop yet. You still have to go here and you have to hit the export. Once you hit that export, now it's done. All right. Okay, so now our next step would be to I'm just going to I'm not going to close out the program for right this moment. I'm just going to drop it down and look here at my images, and you can see right here, there's my dabbing dog. I had already done the flower right here. So now I'm going to go into my Cricut Design Space. And I'm going to upload. I'm going to go to upload image. Now we need to browse my desktop for my dabbing dog, and I'm going to open. As you can see, there's my background, there's my dabbing dog. I always go to complex. I'm not sure why. Always do everything in complex. There's really nothing that I want to do to this, so I'm just going to continue. I am going to save it as a print then cut, because we want to be able to see our dabbing dog for the front part of our sticker. And I can name this something different if I want. Dabbing dog background. And I could say dog, give it some tags. Background. That's good enough. And hit save. Now I want to drop this in on my mat. So I'm going to click on my dabbing dog and hit insert image. Now, this is why I like to create my image larger in another program, because if you create it really small and then you try to make it bigger, it can distort your image. So this is why I create it bigger, and then we can always make it smaller. All right, so for this purpose, I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. And as you see, if you come over here on the right hand side and you click on the dabbing dog background, it is one piece there. It's not grouped or anything like that together, so we can't ungroup these two, but we can separate them. We're going to go to shape, click on a shape. I'm going to drag that shape over one of the images, whether it's the dog or the background. It really does not make a difference. And while that is selected, you are going to go hit the command key and then hit the opposite image. So it is selecting both of those images, and as you can see on the right hand side that they are highlighted or grayed out, so to speak. You are selecting the square shape and our dabbing dog duo. Then we're going to go down here. We're going to slice down at the bottom right hand side here, and as you see, the image was sliced out of the square, and it makes our two pieces separate from another. Now here's where it comes to play, to where now if I want this to be a white background, I can change it to white. However, there's a couple things that I need to do in order to do that. As I am selecting the background, and if you look over here on the right hand corner, it said in our right hand panel, sliced result, it is a cut and print. We want to change that. You used to be able to change it from right over here, but you can't do that anymore. You need to come up here in the line type and the fill section. So it's listed as a cut, but it's also listed as a print and cut. So we're going to click down this fill section and we're going to hit no fill. Now it changes it to gray. So we go over here in this little square where it's gray. We're going to click that on and change it to white or whatever color background you want it to be. Now I can take my dabbing dog and I could put it up here and center it, right? And then click on the command key and click on my background as well. And now I can flatten them. Now it becomes a sticker. And now I can make it whatever size I want. And I could duplicate them. If you look at my stickers here, you can see that our print and cut boundary lines are 6.75 width by 9.25 in height. So you can't go any bigger than that. So if I wanted to create a sheet of stickers, my way of doing that is I take a square and then I change that square size to 6.75 times 9.25. Now I could take my dog and bring him forward. Okay, and then I can, let me just move this over. Let me move him over. I mean, my flowers over a little bit. Take my dog up here, and I'm going to put him as far up as I possibly can to make as many of these as I can. I think I want to go a little smaller. That's cute right there. Duplicate him. So now I can go and click this dog, hit my command key, keep my finger on the command key, hit the next one, next one, next one, and next one. And then I'm going to group them. Then I'm going to duplicate that group. And I'm going to bring this down for the next line. Duplicate. So now that I have that all done, I can go to my square and delete it. And now I can highlight all of the dogs all at once. And I can attach those. There you go. There's my sheet of dogs. Here's my sheet of flowers. If I go to make them, first comes up is my sheet of flowers. The next comes my dogs. I will send this to my printer and I will print it on sticker paper. Then I put it on a mat, send it to my Cricut, choose sticker paper, and it will cut just around the outline on the top layer of the sticker paper. So then when you are ready to use your stickers, you could just peel off one sticker at a time and the rest would stay on the backer sheet. Alright, I'm just going to cancel out of this right now. And I want to save my stickers. So I'm going to go up to save and then just hit the save button. And now I'm going to show you how you can remove a background from an image you want to make, or remove the white background, the square background of an image. This one didn't have one. So if I go in here and I go up to import, I know this flower, because I've already done this one, has a white background. So I'm going to open it. Again, let's recap. You're going to hold your command key down on your computer. I have a Mac, so I'm assuming it's the same on any other computer, but holding it down and I'm stretching him out. All right. So as you can see, the line from this black background is not coming through. That's because there's a white square behind our image. Now, I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to right click and duplicate my flower. And now I have two of them. All right. I'm going to go back to my original. I'm going to come up here to path. I'm going to go down to trace bitmap. It will always, if you didn't close out your program, your preview is going to be what you worked on last. But totally ignore that. I'm on color. I'm keeping the smooth away. I'm stacking the scan. I'm stacking the scans. I'm not sure what that means. Removing the background. I can't go any below. Oh, maybe I can. Let's try it. 1. Hit update. There's my flowers. It still gives 2. I don't know why. And that's good. So we're just going to hit OK. Lower that or click that out. Now here's my background. Right. Whoops. I'm sorry. Here's my background. See? Click on this one. Go back to path. Trace bitmap. How do I get all my colors back? Let's see. Okay. So I'm bringing back my colors. I'm not sure if there's how many colors there were. Okay, I should have done this first. I don't know if that's the original or not, but click off the remove background. Hit the smooth. Nope. Click off the smooth. Hit the remove the background. We have all our colors, but the background should be gone. Hit update. Okay. Close. If you notice, it looks like, oh, it didn't do anything, but you have to tap on the image and drag it off of the original. See? So now here's the original. We don't need it no more. We don't need our copy no more. So here's our image. Here's our background. We're going to do, I'm going to move this over. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this background. We're going to go up to path. We're going to go down to outset 3 times. If you want your outline to be smaller, then do 2 times or 1 time, and it makes a skinny one. If you want it bigger, you just, the bigger or the smaller that you want it, that's how many times you want to do it. I like to do it at 3. Now, I can't tell if there's any holes. I think that there's one right there, so I'm going to change it to black down here. And yes, I have 2 holes. I'm going to go up here to the nodes. I'm going to click on that square and delete it. Click on that square and delete it. Now my nodes in the center are gone, and so it's a solid image. I'm going to go back to my pointer. I'm going to click on my flowers, and I'm going to bring it forward and drag them on top of my background. So now what I want to do is I want to select both of those again because they're aligned. Oh wait, I want to make my background white. I don't know if I have my background. No, there's the background. I'm going to hit white. I know you can't see it, but it's there. And I'm going to select them again. I'm going to go up to File. Going to do Export. Go back over here to the right hand side panel and export. And we're going to give it a name of flower sticker with background. All right. Put it on the desktop. Hit save. And hit export. All right. Let's drop that down again. And as you can see, flower sticker with background. Here it is right here. So now if I come into my Cricut, load, browse, flower sticker with background, hit open. See the little background there? And hit complex, continue. I don't need to do anything else to it. Just hit continue. I want to save it as a print and cut. I'm going to leave the name of it that way and hit save. Now I'm going to hit on my flower and hit insert. There it is. Now I'm going to change the background of my mat so you could see it. And how you do that is you just click on the mat down here. It says blank canvas. If you go all up here, it says color. And I want to change that color to a different color so we can see behind it. There we go. So there's my sticker. Now with this version, as you can see, it is flattened. It's 1, but we can't change the background now because we saved it together instead of 2 separate entities. Okay, so that's the 2 ways of putting a background into your images in Inkscape.